husband of one woman.
Yes,
I
yes.
know we're living in crazy days.
That's right, that's right.
Absolutely. I recommend you to God,
Yeah.
to His Word, and to the grace that is able to lift. So that's why I talk about grace. He is able to lift. As a father, so you have to create time for your children. It's with a husband, create time for your wife. Otherwise, you're going to travel. But of course, still continue with the work of the ministry.
So that's
Always make the decision also easy for you. Because the minute you're confused, you want this, you want that, you want that.
No, bargaining is actually not weakness.
Husband of one woman. I know we're living in crazy days.
Dr. Wachira.
Doing very well, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity. You're much welcome.
Thank you. I
Welcome
appreciate
so
it.
much.
This is home. We are so excited to be here.
Right.
Yeah.
So even as I begin, who is Dr. Bishop William Wachira?
Well, Dr. William is a father of three,
Uh-huh.
a husband of one, and the founding bishop of a ministry called the Greatest Chapel International, and a servant of God. I love serving.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You know, nowadays when they say a husband of one,
Mhm.
kind of be specific.
Husband of one woman.
Yes,
I
yes.
know we're living in crazy days.
That's right, that's right.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you so much, sir. Just briefly, how many years have you been in ministry?
Well, I'm a pastor's kid,
Wow.
and a pastor's kid, we almost get ourselves in ministry by default.
Uh-huh.
So, but anyway, pretty much I've been in ministry not less than 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
30
Yeah, I started 30 plus years. I started serving under my dad.
Right.
Finished high school
Right.
at 12 days.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I'm still serving.
Wow, that's amazing. So, what does it mean for you to be a Christian?
I think for me, Christianity is a lifestyle. It's not
Right.
just something you just speak. I mean, it's a way of life,
Uh-huh.
and I believe if we know it's a way of life, we will be able to enjoy the benefits that go with that.
Right.
Yeah, because we're supposed to be like Christ.
Uh-huh.
The white Christian came from a people saying these guys look like Christ, talking
Right.
like Christ.
Uh-huh.
So I believe it's a way of life.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. I love that. I love that. So, apart from pastoral, do you have a profession?
Uh, I'm a, I'm a I'm a trained counselor.
Uh-huh.
I am a trained mediator. I'm trained mediator. So I do professional mediation. Yeah, and of course, professional counseling. Yeah, so that's the life. Yeah, but pretty much I'm full time in ministry.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious. How do you balance your life as a father and as a man of God as a counselor?
Well, I think everything is on purpose because we have 24 hours for everything. And so what I believe is you have to really, really learn to plan everything and balance everything because if you think about time, we're living in crazy days, but I mean we have to be everywhere but still be useful. Be useful as a father, so you have to create time for your children. It's with a husband, create time for your wife, otherwise you're going to travel. But of course still continue with the work of the ministry.
So 30 plus, that's a lot of years. Maybe what has been your greatest lesson in 30 plus years in ministry?
I think the greatest lesson is where you learn to understand the assignment because I believe every of us, every minister is called for a particular assignment in the kingdom. Once you understand your assignment, I think that's for me the best in ministry. Once you know what has the Lord called you to do. So that way you will not be competing with anybody, you'll just be there doing what he called you to do. I liken it to the body. If you're gonna live 100 years, there's no day the eye will want to be the nose. Say, I've been an eye too long. Can you allow me to breathe this time? And you know. So it wants to be an eye and be the best eye all through. So I think understanding your assignment is the best thing for me.
That's awesome. And so, what has kept you busy?
The grace. You want to see grace? Look at me. It is the grace, and the grace, and the grace. Yeah.
And who is your biggest supporter, like biggest strength?
My biggest strength, I say, my parents were my biggest strength. They went to be with the Lord. Both my dad and mom were pastors, and they brought me up. I said that's the best gift they ever gave me. Great support. I grew under my dad in the ministry, but years when I started ministry at Victor's Chapel, my dad came from the ministry he was having and came to submit under my ministry. That was a humbling time for me. And so they were my greatest supporters, and of course family, and we say when you have big support from your family, it feels good. And of course now the church is Victor's Chapel.
That's awesome. Now, in every journey there are scars. So, which was your greatest scar in the street?
Wow, it's been ministry is a battle. So I think my toughest time was when my lowest in the ministry was when one time we lost two members in one weekend.
Wow.
I married a young man on Saturday, and Sunday morning he was dead. I mean, that's I couldn't recover from that. Now, that very week, on the Thursday, we had lost a member who had been murdered. It was during when we had the challenges of the Mungiki. So you can imagine one dies on Thursday, and this other one, we joined them in their wedding on Saturday and dies on Sunday morning. I think that was for me my lowest. That's something I'll never wish any minister to ever go through.
I can imagine. So, how did you handle it?
Oh my goodness, I don't know. But I can say the grace carried us through the season. You see, when Paul says in the book of Acts says, I recommend you to God,
Yeah.
to his word, and to the grace that is able to lift. So that's why I talk about grace. He is able to lift in any situation.
Wow, that's amazing. So, finally, one word for the young.
One word for the young people, to every young person. This where you are and where you're supposed to be. And I believe where you're supposed to be is the vision that you're supposed to be having. And I only say the difference between here and there is the letter T. So it carries time and it carries training. So every young person, for you to be able to realize your dream, please understand the value of time and understand the value of learning, that training. Because the difference between here and there, the there is where you want to be. It's only that time. So if you can appreciate time, don't waste time, don't let people waste your time, and then be very, very careful on who speaks into your life. If you do that, I believe every young person will be able to fulfill it.
Right.
Yeah.
So, before I release you, you are an author?
Yes, I am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've authored 3 books so far.
Right.
I mean, the others that are not yet printed, so yeah.
So, your current book, Power of a Covenant,
Yes.
maybe briefly about it.
The Power of a Covenant, I based it mostly on there's a woman in the Bible And I call her the most unlikely hero. And by the grace of God, I might be preaching about that tonight. But Rahab was not an Israel, but she inherited with Israel.
Right.
How did she do that? Covenant. She understood the power of covenant. And by understanding the power of covenant, she was counted among the people of Israel. As a matter of fact, she's one of the lineage of Christ. And so the covenant, that's the power of covenant. I've talked about it and told people, if we understand what covenant is all about, we will be able to enjoy levels and dimensions of God that we will not have enjoyed before.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so powerful.
Right.
Thank you so much, Bishop.
Thank you. I appreciate it so much and thank you for your time too.
Thank you, sir.
Right.
Thank you, sir. So that has been Dr. Bishop William Wachira, the lead pastor of Victor's Chapel International.